And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, it is that time of day and time again. We're right here on Fist Pump Friday, Fired Up Friday. It is time for CertaPro Painters out of Oklahoma City presents Montes at Midday, and I'm your host, Dre Montes. Hope everyone is doing well. On this beautiful, the week before Turkey Day begins, but hope everyone is doing well. You know what we got to do. We got to raise the roof. Raise that roof a little bit. High fives everywhere. High fives everywhere. Huh? Chest bump that thing. Let's hug it out. Good hugs go a long way, don't they? Good hugs go a long way. But how is everyone doing today? If you are celebrating a birthday today, I would like to tell you happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you as well. And if you find yourself celebrating something else, maybe an achievement, maybe small to everybody else, but a large step in life for you, congratulations. You're doing it. And if you have the day off and the kids are still in school, sit back and relax. How my men folk doing? How my men folk doing? How the teenagers out there doing? And the women folk, y'all holding it down as always, but how we doing? Good folk, good people. Shout out to all the sponsors of the show, including our title sponsor, CertaPro Painters out of Oklahoma City. But Santa is out this weekend. If you're in Bell Vegas this weekend and you have that child in your life and you know what's going on, Santa in the movie Wicked, you can kill two animals right there. There it is. You can go see Santa in Wicked, downtown Belleville at the Lincoln Movie Theater. Get you some coffee, possibly anywhere over there. So check out Grim and Gorley. Get something for the old lady, even something for yourself. You want to stop by Margaritas right there? All right, huh? What about Tavern on Main? Go on the patio and say, what up to my people? At the Office Lounge. Right there for sure. And if, for that kid in you, why not Bigfoot Comics as well? But all of those people over there to take care of you. Again, Wicked. Yeah, Wicked. Her sister was a witch, bro. Yeah. And a princess. That's over there. All kind of things. Popcorn, cotton candy, then the give back mood, and Santa. And there is a parade today. Belleville is home of the parade, good people. So shout out to Bell Vegas, the 618ers over there. Shout out to you. And on this side over here, we have our phone line this week being brought to you and sponsored by Friendly's in the South City, located at 3503 Roger Place. Home of the fried chicken so good, make you want to slap your mama. If you want to chime in on today's show, you can give us a call at 515-599-1687. Again, that's 515-599-1687. As well in South City, shout out to Tower Pub. Yeah, baby, Tower Pub. Shout out to you. All kind of places to venture at, even in the adult world. Siegfried's. Oh, get you some little lace going on, huh? Great smoke shop as well. But all kind of places to take care of your needs for yourself, your loved one, even your pet. Even your pet. We have something for everyone. Speaking of something for everyone, that football game last night, Thursday night football on prime time, was something special. Not for the teams that matched up, but as the kid in all of us that played backyard football, that ran in slow motion as a kid, that actually played football, even played sports. We all love being in that situation of the snow, especially when it comes to football. The game started out like a typical game in Cleveland in November. But as the game went on, something changed. And if you're a Steve Sable fan of NFL films, it was a cold and lustrous day. And the crowd here at Paul Brown Stadium was in for a treat as they were taking on none other than division rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was football last night. That made you want to go in the backyard, run in slow motion. Everybody ran in slow motion back. If you didn't watch $6 Million Man, or you had no imagination. See, some things I can't forgive. People over 35 that never seen the movie Goonies, I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. Cross that off your list. We don't trust people over the age of 35 that have never seen the movie what? Goonies. But that game last night, it went from the little snowball to an actual postcard. I don't care if you're a fan of Pittsburgh or Cleveland. That is a postcard for lifetime. That one picture they got from the corner end zone, it is beautiful. It's something for the people to see. If you did not see that game last night and you call yourself a football fan, we're going to have you leave the building. Leave the building. We're not fooling for this foolishness no more. We're not doing it no more. But Thursday night football, by the way the first quarter went so fast and how tempers were flaring, you can tell last night they don't like each other. Like, for real. You can tell when people faking, like most NBA players, when they get into an altercation. All that slapping and shit. What is that? But in football, okay. Why they hit like that with equipment on? Okay. You ever been hit upside the head with a football helmet on? It doesn't feel good. But tempers were flaring last night, and I thought the referees would do a little bit better of game control, of getting the game in order before the snow got really bad. But here's the thing you got to look at. There are a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans out here. Shout out to my Navy partner, Herb Jones. Shout out to him, my man, Hunter Graham. And former classmate of Sumner. Sumner Bulldogs in the building. Rise up. All present accounted for. My girl Yo-Yo. If you don't address the situation with the Pittsburgh Steelers, this would not go well. Meaning you would not go what? Far. You ever been a child with a big house and a big yard, but you can't leave the yard? That's what the Steelers are going to be. And if they don't do what? Fix that goal line production and getting points on the board. In the red zone area, they're horrible. The Pittsburgh Steelers are horrible in the red zone. You cannot do what, kids? You can't go far if you don't do what? Score with red zone opportunities. They are 30th, I believe, in red zone. Hold on now, Baltimore. We're going to get to you next. But Pittsburgh, you would think, theoretically, football coaches chime in. All football coaches, come on in. Come on. I don't care what level you coach there. Come in. Come on in here. I'm going to give you time. Get on in here. Come here. Everybody in? Let's have a little order back there. Calm down. I hear you, Keisha. We know about your son. We know about your son. Rashid Jenkins III. We know about him, but hold on. All football coaches, you hear? If you have a quarterback that can run and throw in a decent run game, two tall receivers, and a tight end, I'm going to repeat that one more time. If you're 30th in the red zone and you have a mobile quarterback that can throw, a running back that's elusive, two tall receivers, and a Pro Bowl tight end, what's the problem? Nope. What's the problem? How can we all know they're 30th, but how can this be fixed when you have that type of weaponry? You have that at your side. It's right there. Is there really a such thing as overthinking the process? Yes. When it comes to trying to figure out why a team is 30th in the red zone, you will go through that. You will go through that. I think everyone did their homework. I think the best thing Ryan Clark said, RC, regarding this game, when you have a bye week in that division and your next 2 or 3 opponents are Cincinnati and Baltimore or Cleveland and Pittsburgh or either or of those tandems in that 2 week after that bye, it is the most grueling schedule in the NFL. Because how those defenses work against each other in that division. They make you do your homework for real. The way that game shifted, I'm going to go with Jameson. I don't know about riding a horse. I don't know about that. But I'm going to go with Jameson understanding how the game goes. How that game shifted in the third quarter. And that fourth quarter, last 5 minutes and 49 seconds, thank you, football. Thank you. They finally got it together. They finally got together. Cleveland, you've done this 2 years in a row. You gave Joe Flacco life last year. You've given Jameson life and belief in him and other NFL teams that said there's more to this guy. See, that first impression probably wasn't good when Jameis came out of college, considering what happened in college. Yes, sometimes those stories and reputation, whether rumors are proven to be true, will follow you. That's why your elders and your parents always try to give you constructive criticism on be careful of what you put out there, son or daughter. You never know who's going to see it and bring it up to you. So Jameis has found his passion again. And in a game such as football, that's easy to do. But if Cleveland didn't have such eternal issues going on with that front office and coaching, I don't even know if Jameis would still be in the NFL. Because the way this story, how he got to Cleveland, is crazy itself. But last night's football game was very, very entertaining. From the hatred that those teams were showing against each other with the little extra mustard on the tackling, the shoves, the hitting the mouthpiece off a player's helmet. I kind of like that. I kind of like how the refs let them play last night. I saw 4 helmets to the head on Russ. But overall, hell of a football game last night. That game was so good that I think I watched 3 hours of extra football coverage just based on that game. From what Jameis said, the weather, The fan supported the dog pound. I think before I turn 60, these are two things I want to do as a sports fan. I want to go to a Buffalo Bills game, jump off the top of a fucking RV onto a table that's on fire. I want to go to the dog pound in the snow, shirtless. Those are two things I must do. That before I turn 60. We have 5.5 years to pull this off. I think it can be done. It will be done because I wanted to be there with it. You ever saw something on TV and you're like, I want to be there. I really want to be there. I'm not talking about when In Vogue brought Magic Johnson him up on stage and got to licking him off, let me cater to you. Not that. Not that. Not when In Vogue did it and Beyonce did it. Not that. No, not that. But sports moments. Like when App State beat Michigan. I wanted to be there. That's a type of celebration that's not common. Not common. When you have a win like that, and the celebration just goes way beyond what you even thought as a fan. But if those are two things I want to be a part of, though, right there. In the frigid cold with snow, just like that, whip my shirt off. Whip my shirt off. I have no chest hair, so that will be painful. I've never understood how I have all this damn hair, but nothing's on the chest. What happened up there? What happened? Did I miss the cut? and the Buffalo Bills, because nobody circled the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. I want to be a part of that. I want to jump on a table that's on fire and get up and start yelling and go eat a brat. Yeah, I want to do that. Hear, 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 hear. We'll get to the main football in a minute. You know, this weather is changing here around here real fast. Really, really fast. And we're being told every day with the weather conditions to check on our loved ones, our fur babies out there, our elderly, our disabled, to check on one another. Make sure everything is okay. This is the time of the year we really get this due. The way the weather shift and the homeless situation, impoverished situations going on, trying to get the right help, trying to help the right people. This is that time of year. And I keep seeing this story week after week about all these vacant buildings in St. Louis, the ones that are beyond an eyesore, and the ones with a little love and tenderness and communication. This could be a livable place again. But I'm talking about in the city. I have nothing to do with the county, nothing over in Illinois. I'm a Missouri South City resident. And what I'm seeing every week on the news, well, there's a story on the internet with just a clip where they're talking about what they're going to do with these dilapidated buildings, these vacant buildings, these eyesores. Every week there's a new group, there's a new coalition, there's a new form. There's been one area of town. They've had 6 different groups, not one thing has been done. That's what I want to know. What in other cities that I've lived in where this same thing has occurred, it took just a couple of meetings to get it over with. Get it over with. Knock them down. Do something with them. There's no way it should be, It's 6.5 blocks. Nothing but vacant houses. But there's a new group that just formed in that neighborhood. How? To do what? To do what? It's like with community help. These hours are not true on these centers to help people. These hours are not correct. Next Friday, I'm having someone on the show that's in the area to help out with people that actually need help and want help, because we are prideful people. Some of us don't want the help and need help because we're ashamed of the situation that we're in. Things happen. Life happens. Nobody expects to get divorced and it turns into a financial disaster. Nobody expects that. Nobody. We know the consequence of having unprotected sex. We don't think twins are going to come out at one time, let alone triplets. We have no idea. We had no idea that due to mass production and automation and robotics, it was going to affect my job. And now I got to start all over with a family. Nobody told me that the housing market was going to go that way. These are things we can't predict, but we still got to have life. And I think if we're truthful with things and honest when trying to get the right help, get put in the right path, we'll have a better outcome. And on the other side, if the people in these programs, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't understand you're dealing with people that don't want to see you be in a snappy, pissy-ass mood, you cannot be in a bad mood helping people. You can't do it. You can't switch places with these people. You have to just do your job. If you don't want to do it, tell somebody, hey, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. You have to listen to people that are telling you what they're going through. It's not all going to be peaches and ice cream. Some people got some horrible stories out here. And if you're going to show them any type of raw emotion, now for them to reach out again is going to be a very another traumatic experience. And I don't think people understand it until it reaches a point that nobody saw coming. We can eliminate all that if we get the right people that's trying to help people in the right position to help people. This is a tough one here because it's going on at a very high alarming rate right now. If it's your first time tuning in and you're watching on Facebook, you can also go to the YouTube page for My City, My Music, Radio, and check on in with Dre Montes of Montes at Midday. We do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. But this one here is, I didn't see it going this far. I didn't see it getting to this point. And I've watched about 50 to 60 documentaries on this. I've talked to educators that are in this field. I've talked to victims. I've talked to people that really understand both sides of this. And I'm talking about social media studies on what's going on with social media. I don't think the talk in households to your preteen is what it was when we were teenagers, meaning people over 50. I don't think that talk to a 12-year-old is the same as a 12-year-old today. You got to talk about a lot of things. And then you also have to be educated as well. There's nothing worse than having a kid in your household that's 12 years old and is smarter than you when it comes to computer literate. There is no more embarrassing feeling as a parent to have that in your household where a kid is smarter than you on a device that is harming a lot of people in that age demographic which is in your house. So how can social media studies be fixed? I think it's a trust issue. We let it go too far. I didn't see it harming people. I can't speak about something I don't know about from being harmed. I'm just talking about me watching this. Me watching this from, I guess, the eye in the sky, how social media, I've seen it happen to family members, friends, drinking buddies, sports teammates. I've seen people just let this social media just control them in a way that I have never, ever seen before. And I'm 54 years old. But it's happening at an alarming rate to kids 10 to 15 years old. So not only you got to have the be aware of your safety and surroundings talk. Don't talk to strangers. Don't drink. Don't do drugs. But now we got to talk about social media. Should you give your kid a cell phone? What's the communication with your child when they're away from the home? Does your kid have just phone only privileges? Are they allowed to get on social media? Do you have parental control over your kid's device, whether it be a cell phone or a tablet? I know some people that they kid have iPhones. The kid's 8 years old with an iPhone. Kid locked the phone. The kid parents can't get in there. They're changing ways with that parenting and teenage. They're changing the ways with the devices. They are. But I think it's a little bit too late. I think something more needs to be done. I mean, it's getting out of hand. Did you know when they first brought the tablets home to the kids during COVID, when they first tried all those tablets going home, do you know those kids figured out a way to backdoor those tablets and have secret conversations? And when they saw these conversations that these kids were having, alarming rate that the parents had no idea they kids even knew about stuff like that they were talking about. When did they find out about it? The parents were saying, this is not in my home. There's only so much now that teachers can do, but there's a lot the parents can do. I'm going to say that again. There's only so much that parents can do. I mean, teachers can do, but there's a lot that parents can do. There's a whole lot parents can do. I mean, I don't know about a parent coming to the school in the middle of your class and catching you acting up and choke the shit out of you in front of your friends. I don't know if that's still allowed, but it worked. I'm not saying threatening kids need to be brought back. I'm not saying teachers need to whip kids need to be back in school. All I'm saying, it needs to be a better transparency of communication with your child, social media, and you. I mean, do you know what your child is going through on a daily basis when they leave the house? Do you go on their phone? Do they lock the door when they come home? Do they walk with their head down? Do they shrug their shoulders all the time? Do you know the signs of something is going wrong on social media? Do you know? Do you? When I saw this, it made me think of a couple of things. Being a kid, knowing I'm a kid, and loving being a kid, and having one of the greatest sports weekends of my life, being a grown man, meaning I'm over 45. My buddy, my brother, Menden, made us shirts, and we went to the Cardinal games with my brethrens from Oklahoma City. And we sat in a suite, and we all wore the same shirts, but this was on the back of the shirt. Little flashback Friday moment to when we were kids. When we were kids. At some point in your childhood, you and your friends went outside to play together for the last time, and nobody knew it. Think about that. Think about that. The last time you went outside and played with your homies as a kid, how old were you? Y'all ride your bikes through the neighborhood? You gonna hang out in that vacant alley in y'all fake clubhouse? Y'all play alongside the curve with popsicle sticks and raced in the water, watch them go down the sewer as somebody's washing their car? Y'all play backyard football? Just go on a neighborhood bike ride? You play corkball? What did you do that last time that you hung out? And you think about it, it didn't seem like time would go by that damn fast, but boy, oh boy, did it. You just don't realize how fast things will go sometimes. And that's one of the key things I keep stressing with people. Time. Don't waste nobody's time. Don't waste your time. And I think a few examples teaches people that have strived when they're understanding how valuable time is. Go to prison. Go to prison. Join the military. Be on bed rest in the hospital for an illness or an injury that you're responsible for. Rehab. I think those things right there teaches you, gives a clear understanding of how valuable our time is. And when you go through those moments right there, I think the greatest example I have is the military. The military, everything you do is based on time. And they push that shit in your head in boot camp, it just becomes repetitive. I mean, people in the civilian world that go to work at 7 o'clock, you have to be at work at 7 o'clock. What time do you get up in the morning? I don't care what you do. I don't give a damn what you do. You can run the company. You can be just starting out, but you got to be there at 7 o'clock. What time do you get up in the morning? I don't give a damn you live next door. Half hour, hour away. What time are you getting up to work? If you go to a job, you have to be there at 7. What time are you getting up? You know, a majority of people, we all know we don't get enough sleep. We all know that. You don't get enough sleep. But you're not getting your body and your mind right. You're not getting it right. You're rushing out the door. You're rushing out the door. It's 13 below. You starting your car, putting it in drive and going. The car not ready. You not ready. You get to work. You already in a bad mood. And that's that negative energy. But if you get up and give yourself time and get your mind and body ready for the day, it's happiness all around. Time is valuable, people. Time is valuable. When you have that shutdown time, the mind gets to wondering in the most positive way ever. When you have time, you think about nothing but positivity, how to put the plan together, the plan of action. When you have the right amount of time, you put the whole damn thing together. But if we just take our time and utilize our time, be time well spent. Oh, I'm getting poetic here. I'm getting poetic. Oh, Dre, you gonna make me publish something now. Stop it, Dre. Stop it. Stop it. What a game last night, Thursday night football. They called it snowball. The snowball effect. Made me think of playing snow football. Last time I played football, tackle football, as a grown person, I was living in the 704. Shout out to Charlotte, North Cackalack. My babies are down there. My babies are down there. My babies are down there. Well, we have learned a whole lot about celebrations and days. Everything has a day. Donut day, tie day, pizza day, sibling day, favorite daughter day, oldest son day, twin day, wife day, divorce day. We need all kind of days. I got a suggestion. We need a shut the fuck up day. Huh? We need one of those. We need one of those. And the reason I say that, I think since November 1st, the word of journalism, the phrase journalism, sports entertainment, the way it's covered on television, on the radio that we have, and on the internet, from the players' mouth to the fans and everyone, what happened? What happened? It's like you have to be careful. You can't do your job. You do your job. You called a snitch, big mouth. Pillow talk is real, people. Pillow talk. Athletes do it too. Rich people do it too. It happens. It's a part of life. You can't control something that you're a part of. You can't control it. You already said it. You know you said it. Somebody going to find out about it. Oh, well, what you going to do? Own up to it. Own up to it. You say her baby was ugly? Yeah, I did. My bad. But all kids ugly from 0 day to the day 17 when the human comes out. But things happen. But I never thought the sensitivity level would be so high in sports. Team meetings this early? 2-11? The body of work, the evidence, the proof that we have, it's right there on film. You're right there. You said that. We're quoting what you said. I can't question you about the game. I can't write about the expectations that I want to. I can't go out and form my own platform and audience. In the NBA, once Adam Silver gave the NBA players the power in the league, once the NFL, after the Colin Kaepernick situation, and they realized they were wrong, they came to a way to, hey, let's let the players have a little input. Let you wear any number you want to. We can go crazy with the celebrations. We'll allow you to do things throughout the NFL, pushing the platform on you as a player. So now, everyone has their point of view. Just think about this for a second on this Flashback Friday edition as well. This segment here, Flashback. I think we always compare ourselves to our parents when we're relating things in today's standards. The way sports is shown to us today, it was not like that for my old man. No way possible. No way possible. Through all the sports, what we knew about athletes was when the reporter interviewed them. When they were interviewed and the newspaper reporter wrote an article. We had a sports magazine where it had a platform for articles about players. That was pretty much it. As a kid, seeing that, knowing football came on after wrestling at the Chase on Sundays, knowing I had 2 games to watch, knowing the only way I could follow sports was through the newspaper, St. Louis Post-Dispatch or the Globe. But then George Michael's Sports Machine came out. And it was then USA Today came out. And it was all kind of ways to cover and hear about different athletes. They gave us more. More magazines came out. More input from reporters and television reporters and newspaper reporters. Everything was just different the way it was covered. And then when I saw a different side of athletes being in movies, Hunter being in television show Hunter, former football player, Fred Dreyer, seeing things like that. I mean, just seeing how athletes transition being in movies and commercials, Terry Bradshaw and beer commercials, and being Burt Reynolds' good friend and Smokey and the Bandit. I mean, and now, the way the game is covered, we get input not only from the team about the player, we got to do what the team is doing marketing for that player. Then you have the fans got their thing. Then you got the player doing his thing. Then, God forbid, he got kids. I mean, what player don't have kids? I mean, shit, I think they start at 16 now. And then you have their loved ones. So you probably have up to 15 different platforms on one player, across the board. You think all of 15 of those are going to be in the same positivity direction? No. So I don't understand from what the Sixers got going on, what transpired in New York Football Giants with Daniel Jones. That's a damn shame. That is. See, that's when people give a financial seminar that are billionaires, and one of them are there. I want to go. What were y'all talking about? I want to hear the input, the people that was involved in picking this man, Daniel Jones, demoting him to 3rd scout team safety, to now it's a mutual release. I don't know if Daniel Jones married. Does he have a fuckload of kids, bunch of side chicks? I don't know his financial. I don't know about your family. Once you become an athlete, I don't care about your family. I just care about you as the player. If you got kids, good for you, boo-boo. Your wife or husband hot, good for y'all. Your mother and father well off, good for them. I care about what you doing in that particular sport, and that's it. When people say, oh, my God, his wife is so fine, what they got to do with him scoring 37 points last night? Nah? What do you got to do with that? Nah? It's just now the sensitivity level has been raised. It's been raised. You can't ask this question. They already have a preset question list. What? But I want to talk about happening, that injury sustained in high school and overcame that. What the? And I only got 3 minutes and 13 seconds? The game has changed out here. It is, and I've been at it now for, carry the one and the two, 25 years. And the involvement in sports talk radio, sports talk journalism, podcasting, it has changed big time. But that's what we needed. It got to a point it was the same 8 people. I can only talk about what I know. Here in this region, St. Louis, it was the same fucking 8 people. Talking about the same 8 things every day. It got to a point, radio in this town got boring. Then I went to the music side. Oh, God, it was worse. They bickering and arguing over there. But the music scene has gotten a whole lot better. Sports talk radio, to me, with the input of podcasting, it is giving everyone the option. The option. And I think that's where the adjustment has been coming at with people over the age of 55. They don't like the fact that there are too many options out here. But that younger demographics, they like options. And there's nothing wrong with options. Well, we know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is one of the favorite days of the week. Because we get to go back in time. What? Way back in time. When is that? College football Saturday. College football Saturday. I think I'm really between ages of 19 and 21 years old. Can drink a keg and a half by myself and do a 27-second keg stand. I think I'm that guy. But when reality comes in, we're not doing none of that. It's just the beauty of sitting and watching and yelling at the fucking TV from 11 o'clock in the afternoon until 11 o'clock at night. That right there is a Saturday to me. That's a Saturday. But I also think at the same time we got an eye watch going on. A lot of eye candy going on. We got a lot of people on the hype train. Choo, choo. Get on the hype train. Will the hype train still be full tomorrow? Will the hype train still have surviving members? But I'm also looking at it this way. From the perspective of the college football playoff format. Who's in, who's out, who's on the cusp. And also that he is man watch. He is man watch or Heisman watch. I think the next 2 weekends are very critical in those still in position to be the he as man winner, Heisman watch. But we got some games tomorrow that got some interesting odds makers out there. It's been a long time since Indiana football team has been in this position. I don't think none of my friends were alive. Maybe one lady I slept with was. I used to like them old women back in the day. But anyway, Indiana's in different territory right now as they're playing the Ohio State tomorrow. Early game. Now, this is what the College Football Committee said last week. They said they're not looking for the eye test, meaning they don't care about the point differential. They don't care. Okay. It is NCAA Division I football rule. Would you forfeit if you were Indiana? Because in a forfeit in college football is 1-0. 1-0. But if they play this game and they lose 63-3, what you think the college football playoff committee going to do to Indiana? What you think is going to happen to them? Now, I think it's going to be a good game. That was just one of the crazy talks I heard yesterday that Indiana should forfeit the game the way they can lose 1-0 to save facing this one. This is going to be a good game. Indiana taking on the Ohio State. Next up, Ole Miss at Florida, being Florida, as I am a Florida football Gator. You know, I had a conference call, FaceTime with the team last week as they went in the locker room. It was just Dre and the team. So we had a Dre team players meeting only. There were no coaches. It was just Dre and the players. We FaceTime and we talk. We can either go out of this thing the right way or we can just say fuck it and make excuses. They said, Dre, we're going to play this out. So we got the boys coming from Oxford, Mississippi. Mr. Kiffin. See, back in the day, Mr. Kiffin made some very unfortunate comments about my Florida football Gators. I have not forgot those comments, sir. I have not. I'm going to watch this one. This comes on 11 a.m. as well, too. So this should be a well-played early morning football game watching. Next up, prime time. Colorado at Kansas, known as Deion Watch, his prime stand in college. Now he got another committed quarterback. Or is he taking that quarterback and moving on down yonder? This could be Shadur's Heisman presentation or Travis' Heisman presentation, or the team Colorado can say, get on our back on this one here and let's go. But Kansas is not just a soccer team and a men's basketball team anymore. Kansas has been playing some great college football of late. They really have the past few years. They've got some good people that play on Sundays, meaning the NFL. It's going to be a fun game to watch. If Colorado offensive line keeps getting better and better each week, I can see the eyes of the College Football Playoff Committee looking on them as other teams could fall this weekend. Next up, we got Vandy at LSU. Well, LSU, Brian Kelly lost the number 2 commit to Colorado at quarterback. How's that feel, Mr. Kelly? I don't have no problem picking on LSU. See, that's the beauty of this love in sports. You know, we can have banter back and forth and still have respect. I respect what Brian Kelly has done in college football. But sometimes when you become out of character, your true character comes out. Talk to me, Dre. Talk to me. So these are the games that we're doing for College Football Watch List tomorrow. Indiana at The Ohio State, Ole Miss at Florida, Colorado at Kansas, Vandy at LSU. Right there, right there. So those are it right there. We got a crazy NFL weekend as well with Sunday Fun Day. Last night was Snow Day football. It's beautiful. Almost wept. Almost wept. Speaking of almost wept, if you have kids or you get custody of your boy, I think it's a good movie for father and son. Say, y'all, hold on now. Hold on. I wrote it down. Oh, goodness. I wrote it down. I wrote the movie down. It's a baseball movie about the 2001 Little League World Series with Owen Wilson. This movie, if you are a dad with a son between the ages of, I say 8 and 12, it's a must watch. Y'all get there. That's what it's called. This movie, if you play Little League Baseball and you're a grown father now and you got a little boy, you'll really love it. You'll really love it. It's a really good baseball movie as well. And I mentioned before, going on this weekend, you really want to be Parent of the Year. Santa's in Belleville, and Wicked is at the Lincoln Movie Theater. Hey, remember how we used to tell each other we can go get that new Cabbage Patch doll at, or what a new color the Power Rangers came out? We got to help each other this Christmas holiday. By the way, if anybody see that bundle TV with the PS5, hit a brother up. Let me know what store is at. Because the 2 stores people told me was at, you liar. They heard of no such damn thing. Wasting my damn time. I tell you what. Yeah. But Sunday Fun Day should be a good one. Got some interesting matchups based on what happened last night in the NFL. I think it was a great game. Jameis, I'm not riding the horse, but you keep riding what you got to and ride with the logo. When he said that, ride with the logo. Does Cleveland have a logo, people, on the side of the helmet? Tap your helmet if you think they do. Okay. Let's get them the proper help that they need. Sunday Fun Day, we got Minnesota at the Bears. Minnesota kind of been slipping here. I'm not feeling the thing I need to feel, but give me the Purple People Eaters of America. Detroit at Indy. Detroit got that sexy thing, and my youngest boy, Tim, he riding with them. I'm going to ride with Detroit as well. The Patriots at Miami. Back in the day, this was a fun game to watch. Now, I don't know what the hell going on. Give me Miami. Tampa Bay at the Giants. Baker Mayfield. Great job for you for donating $17,900 to help that team with equipment, and they won the high school state championship as they take on the G-Men. And we know what the Giants just did. They let go of Daniel Jones. Give me Tampa Bay. Next up, we got Dallas at Washington. I don't know what's going on with Dallas. Give me Washington. Kansas City at Carolina. Oh, Mahomes is yet to have that Mahomes game. He has not had that Mahomes game, and I do believe what he said last year in his press conference, post-game press conference last year, it's the requirement to be a Chief is knowing when to turn it on, and it's been proven to be January for them. So I'm going to wait on that, but I still got Kansas City beating Carolina. Tennessee at Houston. Oh, I think Houston may have found their way. Give me them Texans. Wear them red uniforms. I like those. Next up, we got Denver at Vegas. Their Raiders. Meaning I got to see my dude. I lost a bet to him for a whole year. I had to call him Daddy. Then last year I had to wear that ridiculous Raiders hat. And this year, haven't heard from him. Crickets. As we got in that ass the first meeting. Give me Denver over Vegas. San Fran at Green Bay. San Fran IR list looks like a bingo card. Everybody on that damn thing. Give me Green Bay. Arizona at Seattle. Seattle's been playing much better, but Arizona's up to something. Give me Seattle. The late game, we got Philly and the Rams. Oh, boy. Give me Philly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you again for tuning in to another exciting episode of Serta Pro Painters. Oklahoma City presents Montes at Midway. What did I say? Midday. I'm already thinking about something now. Look at that, huh? What? So, coming up next week, Monday we got the recap of the weekend. Wednesday we have another exciting episode of Who's to Blame the podcast, and I may have an in-studio guest on Wednesday, as there's Turkey Eve. Freaks come out as night. And then we also have Fist Pump Friday, Feel Good Friday, and Black Friday. I got a Black Friday special I'm going to tell you about starting Monday. That's concerning the show. You think Amazon and Walmart can do Black Friday deals? Well, damn it, I'm getting in on it too. I'm damn near. I'm black. It's Friday. We're going to do a Black Friday Dre next Friday. I'll let you guys know about it. I'll talk more about it on Monday and Wednesday as well. Get out this weekend. Ugly sweater parties, too early. Christmas parties, too early. Christmas trees should be going up next week, not tonight. And again, have fun. Believe in yourself. Don't waste anybody's time. Be truthful. Believe in yourself. My men, I hope the world has been kind to us today. Let's be careful this weekend. Don't be good. Be great at it. We're going to get on up out of here with a good feel-good music for the weekend. Make you feel good about yourself. Thank you again, good people. We'll holler at you.
To the big show. Couple of tackles.